Imagine a body cut into 27 precise pieces. Every drop of blood drained, each part washed and packed away, one by one, like fragile glass. But here's what made investigators freeze. The most important body parts, the ones used first in DNA identification, were gone. The head, the torso, the nails, even private areas. A fully grown man, 5.5 feet tall, reduced by nightfall into pieces no longer than 20 centimeters. This exactly happened to a 35-year-old architect in Tokyo, known only as S. Every crime leaves evidence. To uncover it, please subscribe. And welcome to Evidence. It was April 1994. Inokashira Park, one of Tokyo's favorite escapes from the chaos of the city. Families came here on weekends. Couples walked under cherry blossoms. Kids fed pigeons near the pond. It looked like the safest place in the world. But hidden in plain sight, inside the park's trash bins, lay something so disturbing. It would turn this peaceful garden into a crime scene that still haunts Japan. A cleaner, doing her morning rounds, noticed a heavy black bag. At first, she thought it was garbage, maybe spoiled food, maybe broken junk. But when she tugged it open, she froze. Inside was human flesh. Police rushed to the scene. One bag turned into 2, then 3. Soon, investigators were pulling bag after bag from the bins, and what they found inside was beyond belief. 27 parts of a human body. Not hacked apart in rage, not sloppy, but clean, equal. Each segment cut to exactly 20 centimeters. Like someone had measured it with a ruler. And they weren't messy. The remains had been washed, fluids carefully removed. Someone had taken hours to do this. This wasn't an accident. This was a process. Even though the body had been stripped of its most vital markers, forensic experts found a lead. Most of his fingerprints had been deliberately scraped away, as if someone wanted him erased. But a few remained, just enough to ran them through the database. They got a match. The victim was a 35-year-old architect, known publicly only as S. A quiet man. No criminal record, no enemies, no reason to end up like this. On the evening before his remains were found, S had gone out drinking. Witnesses saw him at a karaoke bar, laughing, singing, carefree. Around 11 p.m., he left alone and walked into the neon-lit Tokyo streets. That was the last time anyone saw him alive. By dawn, his body had been reduced to fragments, but the head was missing, the torso gone, nails and private areas removed. Forensic teams noted something else, tiny hemorrhage marks on his ribs. That meant he may have already been bleeding, alive, when some cuts were made. Investigators believed it was deliberate. The very parts most likely to confirm identity erased. So how did fingerprints survive? Was it a mistake or part of the plan? Police now had a victim name, but that was all. No witnesses, no suspects, no clear motive. And remember, this was Tokyo in the mid-90s. The park wasn't empty. People walked dogs, joggers passed by. So how could someone dump 27 body parts into public bins without being seen? The cuts were too clean, too exact. That wasn't rage. That was skill. Some believed the killer had medical training, maybe a surgeon or a butcher. Others thought it was organized crime. Punishment meant to send a message. But a message to who? And why him? An ordinary architect. Certain pieces of the body were never found. The head, the torso, the parts that carried the most answers. Were they destroyed, hidden, or kept as a trophy? Without them, the truth stayed out of reach. The case dragged on for years. Leads appeared, then collapsed. By 2009, 15 years later, time ran out. Under Japanese law, the statute of limitations expired, even if the killer confessed today. Nothing could be done. The man, who cut a human being into 27 pieces, walked free. So who was he? A surgeon? A gangster? A neighbor? No one knows. And that's why, decades later, the Inokashira Park case still hangs in the shadows as one of Japan's most haunting unsolved crimes. Every crime leaves evidence. To uncover it, please subscribe, and welcome to Evidence.